What is up, everyone? Yet another weekly vlog where I do this every Monday to my new viewers because apparently I got like 29 more new viewers than I expected to have. Like, what in the world is going on? Uh, y'all, I need y'all to understand. Like, if you're looking for something entertaining or loud or fast moving or like chock full of edits or anything like that, like if you're looking for something that has like the quality of an actual TV show, this ain't it. This is not it. This is all it is. I'm sitting in front of my camera and talking, and I hope that y'all can understand that. Some of y'all probably might have got up in here because the algorithm showed you my video of me chronicalizing my apartment getting broken into, which. And you probably might be asking yourself, bro. I mean, you probably might be looking at the background and going, bro, why are you still there? And I'm like, because I'm broke. I'm broke and I can't go anywhere else. It's either this or the street. I don't really have options here. Like, bro, why would you say that like out loud like that? It's like, because I need you to understand what's going on. Bro, nobody needs to know all that you're broke though. Yes, you did, because if you didn't, you was probably still asked the question. So there's that. But yeah, like I said, this is the channel. This is it until I can get enough money to get like better editing equipment, because I used to actually do editing. This is it. But yeah. So clearly, like I said, if you I clearly did make the mistake of being black, male, and transparent on the internet about something that bad that happened to me. Because like, if there's one thing I've learned is that like mockery is very prevalent in on the internet, specifically in my community, because there's this thing in the black community where it's like you're not supposed to like acknowledge that something bad happens to you. You're supposed to laugh at your trauma. And like, because the logic is that like if you laugh at your trauma, it won't hurt you anymore. Like if you turn your trauma into something that's less hurtful, it will hurt less. It's sort of invalidating. Like there's this catchphrase, I forget. It goes, laugh to keep from crying, as it's called. Like, that's the thing. And me, I can't do that. I can't do the whole laugh to keep. I can't use humor to sort of like show. I can't use humor to kind of like just sort of shrug off trauma, because I think that crying is valid. I think that sadness is valid. I don't think that feeling like, I don't feel like feeling bad is a sign of weakness, because when something bad happens, if something bad happens and you basically see it as amusing or humorous or something, then you're just gonna laugh every time it happens. But if you see something bad happens and you know that it's a bad thing that's happened, you're gonna want to find ways to make sure it doesn't happen again. And that's kind of what how I think. Is like, I'm not trying to be amused by something that hurt me or traumatized me. You know what I'm saying? Because it feels like gaslighting, or as I like to say, my fancy word is ignormalizing. That's a word I just made up. It's a portmanteau of both the word ignore and normalize. Ignormalize. You know what I'm saying? Because you basically make something normal by like not acknowledging it as a bad thing. And I know that we tend to do that a lot, specifically in my community. Like, you're not supposed to, like, if you as much as talk about your trauma, then the default reaction is, well, maybe you deserved it because XYZ. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you're not supposed. It's like, we don't have trauma. We don't feel bad about things. We laugh, and we laugh, or we get angry, but we don't get sad. And it's like, no, no. Sadness is valid. Like I said, because people need to cry once in a while. Some you need to. I know I didn't cry when I got my apartment, when my stuff got stolen, when my clothes and my noodles got stolen. I didn't cry about that, but it did affect me. And the reason why it affected me is because, like, I've lived in this world more than 30 years. I've lived in like 5 different states, and I've never had an occurrence where somebody has went into my home when I wasn't here and took something. You know what I'm saying? That's never happened before. So that was like the first time that it ever happened. So it really made me, like, obviously, when I leave out now, I I triple check to see if I locked all my doors. You know what I mean? Like, I always sort of like I always get a feeling in my gut now when I have to work a long shift at work, because in my brain I'm hoping that nobody breaks into my place, like nobody goes into my place again. It was like it's a lot of things. Like it really, like it didn't necessarily. It's not like, oh yeah, well, good thing that you did get broken into then because it made you aware. No, 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 bad thing, because like now because like it shouldn't have happened in the first place. Like I can't turn trauma into a good thing. I'm not gonna be like, wow, I'm glad that I got my house broken into because it definitely made me more aware. No, no, that's not. No, I'm upset about the fact that it happened in the first place, and it never happened before that. You know what I mean? It never happened before that, but then it happens this time, and it's like now I have to wonder what it is that I did wrong in order to get this to happen to me in the first place. And I would never know because there's a good chance that the person who did this, I mean, like, probably won't ever do it again. So it's just messing my brain up. They probably might not do it again, or they probably might do it tomorrow. I know I'm devoting at least some time into this because of the fact that it's really kind of bum. I wanted to talk about this earlier, but I didn't want to turn it into a whole series. So I just figured I'd just let it all out now. I think the other thing that really kind of bummed me out was that the very first comment on the video of me talking about my apartment getting broken into, was basically a dude telling me that my video sucked and that he was hoping that something bad would like happen to me during the video so he could have something to laugh about. And he himself, I mean, he also did say that he subscribed though, so thanks for the subscribe, I guess. But he himself saying that isn't what kind of bummed me out because the internet is chock full of mean people. You know what I'm saying? Schadenfreude and mockery is basically like internet culture now. It's the fact that like 12 people and counting like that comment. Cause they're basically just agreeing with him, like basically saying, yeah, man, I was hoping that like when you like his comment, what I'm seeing is, yeah, man, I was hoping that something bad would happen to him so I could laugh too. I mean, dang, I didn't realize that he was just gonna trauma dump on us. You know what I mean? So that kind of bums me out a little bit because, as I've said before in my other videos, like getting bullied is not like getting bullied by one person. If I was only getting bullied by like maybe a few people or just one person, I wouldn't be that upset about it. It's the fact that there are people in that person's immediate circle or whatever who agree with him, like for bullying me. Like, if I was getting hassled by just one person, fine, no big deal. It's just one person, brush him off. But it's when 12 other people are like, or 12 or so, 13 or so other people are like, yeah, he is a nerd, isn't he? Yeah, you are a nerd. You're right. He does suck. It's like, I don't even know, I don't know you guys. Why are y'all doing this to me? You know what I mean? Also, fun fact, bullies never know why they do anything. So that's one reason why I don't believe that bullies are nerds. Because nerds can tell you everything about the universe. Bullies can't even tell you why they're messing with you. I mean, you can't be dumb and smart at the same time. But yeah, so that really kind of like bummed me out a little bit. It just really kind of it hurt my feelings, man. I ain't gonna lie. And like it kind of made me. It sort of like it made me realize exactly like how much it kind of sucks being black. You know what I mean? It kind of sucks being a black dude. I know it's the most controversial thing I'm gonna say. I'm probably gonna get canceled. Oh my god, it doesn't suck being black. You're just being a baby. And it's like no. It kind of does because we hold ourselves to a ridiculous standard of why aren't you more like white people from the 50s? And I'm like, because I'm not white and this isn't the 50s. You know what I mean? And it's like, like you're a real man. You're supposed to be tough and angry and have an alcohol addiction and be married and have 12 kids and have a home and have a job that pays you $1 million a week. And also you're supposed to like never, ever, 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 ever have any sort of emotional connection to anything in the process. I'm like, so you want me to be a robot that makes a whole bunch of money and also like a breeding machine? What's going on? I'm confused. These are ridiculously high standards. The standards that I want for my community is simply just get together and just help each other out. That's it. That's my personal standards. My standards is for everybody to just sort of love each other and like not be jerks all the time. And other people are like, no, you got to be a hardworking robot that breeds a whole bunch of children while also and everything bad thing that happens to you is your fault. So you should never ever ever say that it's anybody else's fault except yours. So systemic racism is not a thing. No! I'm just saying, it feels like there's a brainwashing agenda that comes in. It just sort of like, and that's the reason why I hate conservatism. I hate Republicans and stuff like that. But it just sort of bums me out because, like, the challenge has always sort of been, like, like, and me speaking out against this sort of thing obviously is going to make me a bit of a social pariah because you're not supposed to talk like this. You're supposed to just sort of go along with what's going on, and I don't want to do that. Like I just like it's like what I can't when I can't laugh at trauma because in order to laugh at trauma, in order to like try to turn my trauma into a joke, and I actually do on some things. In order for me to turn my trauma into a joke, I have to be amused by it. You know what I mean? I have to be like, like like I have to be able to tell my brain this thing is something that amuses me enough to talk about casually among other people. And there's just some things that I just like, in other words, if I don't want to make a joke about my own personal trauma, you shouldn't want to make a joke about it either. You know what I'm saying? I have survived three personal attempts on my own life. Okay? So if you come up to me and you're like, LOL, you survived. I mean, you survived your own personal attempts, so I can make fun of you for attempting on your own life. No, you can't. You don't get to turn my trauma into jokes for you. I don't care if you are my friend. If I don't want to make jokes about it, what makes you think I want you to make jokes about it? You know what I'm saying? But that's how people see things. That's how people see other people's trauma. And that's what stresses me out a little bit. Like, it stresses me out because, you know, and the sad part is that, like, I think the thing that really kind of hurts me the most about this break in, I don't want to use the word break in because break in signifies that, like, my door is, like, kicked open or something. What ultimately happened is, I don't know if y'all can see it, but this is my patio door, and I didn't know I left it open. So they clearly jumped over the gate that blocks my patio, that sort of blocks my patio, and they went through the patio door and they came in. My door isn't kicked in. Nothing is literally broken. Nothing got stolen. But it's just a sheer fact that, like, it was because I left my patio door open, a door that I didn't even know that people actually knew how to get into. So I now lock my patio door, and so far nobody has been trying to break in. But it's just a sheer fact that, like, somebody, like, around the time that this happened, I just recently refinanced my car loans, and I'm going to be paying a little bit less on my car insurance. So I'm going to be able to finally save a little bit of money. If you've been watching my last few videos, I've been undergoing a lot of financial struggles, and I'm not afraid to talk about those things. So it's like things were slowly starting to look up. So I was actually, for one moment, was feeling good about where my life was headed because I'm like, I'm going to be saving up a little bit more money. Things are actually, a friend of mine gave me money. I don't like asking for money. But I don't like asking for money. I talk about my financial issues because I wanted it to be known that having financial struggles is normal. It's not something that you should just hide. You know what I mean? Like, we're all going broke right now. Everything is expensive. I feel like as a community, if we talk about that more, then something will change because somebody's going to get fed up and either A, create a service that will, be affordable, or B, challenge the system that is making everything expensive in the first place. But the fact, no, it's idealistic thinking, I know, and I apologize, but I like to be idealistic. In any case, though, I'm talking about my financial struggles. I'm talking about, how things are actually going terrible for me, and how I'm literally 20 minutes from my dream job, and I can't even go there as often as I like because I'm undergoing financial struggles. And my friend, who I thought was trying to go to my dream job with me, the dream job is to be a professional wrestler. I thought he was trying to go over there because he was asking me, "Hey man, how much it costs to like go to the training facility?" I'm like, "It's like $150." And he was like, well, how about and he's like, "So that's how it is a month?" "Yeah." "And how do you normally pay for it?" I'm like, "Well, I use Cash App." And I use Cash App, but I'm pretty sure if you go over there, I could probably get you to talk to the VP, and he could tell you what he would do for you. He's like, "Nah, man, I'm not asking for me. I'm asking for you. I'm going to give you money so you can get 2 months over there." And I'm like, dude, no way. I like thinking about it now, just kind of thinking about it right now, thinking about what he did for me is really kind of like, because I didn't even think I was liked. I didn't even think that people even I don't think people pay attention to me. I don't think people like me. I don't think that people actually acknowledge me in a positive way. That's kind of why I do all the stuff that I do, is because because in my brain it's like everybody's ignoring me anyway. Everybody's ignoring me, so I can just do what I want. And it turns out this is somebody who I argue with, by the way. This is somebody who I disagree with. And I apologize for my video being this long, but this dude gave me 2 months worth of money so I can go pay to go continue to get trained because he believes in what I'm doing. He saw what I was doing and he wants me to succeed. That he's willing to help. I didn't think that this was possible. I didn't think this way of thinking was possible. I just assumed that people just wanted to see me fail so they could have something to laugh at. And it's like I know having negative expectations for people is like just that's the worst thing that you can do. But I don't have positive expectations for people anymore because people be bullying. People bully. Like all the internet humor now is just like bigotry and like just bigotry in spades. And it's like if I say a bigoted joke loud enough, everybody's gonna laugh. So to know that there was a bit of compassion there for somebody who, like I say, I haven't, he's always busy. I'm always busy. And sometimes, and when we do talk, we argue. But this dude just gave me money so I can continue on trying to go towards my dream. I told him I owe him, but he's like, nah, man, just go become world champion. That's all. That's all I want to see. Just get just get a world championship title. And yeah, like I say, I'm so used to cruelty and mockery and Schadenfreude and just people being mean all the time that I forget that people are capable of being nice. I forget that people are capable of being kind. I keep forgetting that there are some people out there who actually do want to give you money. They just have to believe in you. You have to give them something to believe in. And he did. So that's what I'm saying. It's just like this dude gave me some money so I could like go out and try to do the thing that I need to do. And I'm like I said, I'm getting, I'm paying less on my car insurance and on my car notes. So hopefully I'll be a little bit more money I can save up, like an extra $50. I don't know. And like like I said, I get this whirlwind of good stuff, and then all of a sudden somebody breaks into my apartment and steals my clothes and my chicken ramen. And I obviously overreacted about it, posted it up on YouTube, and somebody just pops up like, "Man, I was hoping that somebody would come in and do something even worse so I could have something to laugh at." And 12 people ain't counting are like, "Yeah, that would have been funny as hell." It's just like a amalgamation of just a whole bunch of crazy stuff that happened this week. Also, throughout this week, we had the Eyes of March, um, Stone Cold Steve Austin Day, and St. Patrick's Day in the same week. I just find that to be a little amusing. For those who don't know, if you're a professional wrestling fan, Stone Cold Steve Austin Day is March 16th. March has been a pretty rough month. I don't like talking about deaths and stuff like that. I don't, because earlier, like I want to say last night actually, another friend of mine passed away, and it's so surreal because we just had a conversation maybe a couple of days ago, and he's not that old. He wasn't old. I don't know if he had like health problems or anything like that, but I just know that one day we were talking, another day he's not here anymore. It's just like a lot. Like this month hasn't even technically. This month is like not is halfway over, and I've already had like all of these crazy things happen, and it's very telling that it's very telling that life comes at you fast. I'll say that. But at some point, I guess part of me just wishes life could just sort of slow down for a little bit. I'm gonna try to end this on a positive note. Try my best to sort of keep my spirits up. First off, I apologize. I know normally my videos are like 15 minutes, but I really wanted to just sort of let that out. So let's end this on a positive note. Let's end this on a good thing. Let's end this good. I mean, like I said, saving up more money. My friend helped me out. My I still have this apartment. I still have an apartment. You know what I'm saying? I still have a place to live. I'm not out on the street, at least not yet. For those, if you actually like went through my older videos, I was homeless when I came here. Now I have an apartment because I have a job. Because my job is giving me more hours. Like, things are looking up. Things are actually starting to look up. Things are looking up. No matter, like, throughout all of the trials and tribulations, things are actually starting to look up. But I'm not going to laugh at the bad things that happen to me. I'm not gonna make a joke about, man, at least I survived my house for, like, no, that was bad. That was bad. But you know what's good? You know what's good? The fact that I got good things that happened to me in spite of it. Sharod, say hey to Toriyama for us. Love and peace, y'all. Spread love, spread happiness. Cruelty and Schadenfreude and mockery. I mean, like, these, just being mean in general is just mainstream. Everybody wants to be, like, being mean to me stopped being cool when everybody started wanting to be mean just because they thought it was cool. Because, like, now it just comes across as, like, it's vanilla ice cream. It's common. It's everywhere. It's, like, it's bland. You know what I mean? Like, imagine, like, being nice is so punk rock. Being nice and treating people with respect and treating people with kindness is the most controversial thing that you can do now. Imagine that. Imagine how cruel and dystopian of a place that we live in. Imagine, what if somebody broke into my place and gave me money? You know what I'm saying? That'd be like, just gave me money. And the money wasn't stolen or illegal or illegally obtained. It was just, hey, somebody just broke into my place and just randomly, like, threw a bag of money into my... And it's legal. It's legal bills. I just gotta, like, that would be like the most craziest thing that ever happened. But no, you know what people want to have? You know what people want to see when they hear about somebody getting a house getting broken into? Somebody being harmed. Because it's expected. So just imagine that. Imagine how cruel and how screwed up the world is that bad things are expected. So technically that means that being good is the cool new thing now. Being nice is the cool new thing. Being wholesome, being generous, being respectful, being honorable, actually caring about people. These are things that are revolutionary concepts now. Be a revolutionary. Love and peace, y'all.